Good afternoon. This is Akashvani and I'm Anubha Rohatgi with the Midday News. The headlines. On World Environment Day, Prime Minister Narendra Modi says India is moving ahead with a clear roadmap for environment protection and climate change. Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh holds talks with his US counterpart Lloyd Austin in New Delhi. The two leaders discuss various key aspects of India-US defense ties and regional security scenario. Varanasi court convicts gangster-turned-politician Mukhtar Ansari in Avdesh Rai murder case. President Draupadi Murmu to hold talks with her Suriname counterpart Chandrika Prasad Santokhi in capital Paramaribo today. Saudi Arabia to cut oil production by 1 million barrels per day in July this year. And Indian shooters Abhinav Shaw and Gautami Bhanot win gold medal in mixed team event at ISSF Junior World Cup in Germany. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today said that the poor and developing nations are paying the price for the wrong policies of some developed countries, highlighting that India has been strongly raising the issue of climate justice with such developed countries. He stated this in a video message at the World Environment Day event in New Delhi. Mr. Modi said the model of development of advanced countries was contradictory for a long time, as under this model, the thinking of these countries was to develop themselves first and then think about the environment. Mr. Modi said there was no one to object to this attitude of the developed countries for decades. But now, India has raised the question of climate justice with all these countries.
पर्यावरण को लेकर बस ये सोच थी, पहले हम अपने देश का विकास कर लें, फिर बाद में पर्यावरण की भी चिंता करेंगे। इससे ऐसे देशों में विकास के लक्ष्य तो हासिल कर लिए गए, लेकिन पूरे विश्व के पर्यावरण को उनके विकसित होने की कीमत चुकानी पड़ी। आज भी दुनिया के विकासशील और गरीब देश कुछ विकसित देशों की गलत नीतियों का नुकसान उठा रहे हैं। कोई देश नहीं था। मुझे खुशी है कि आज भारत ने ऐसे हर देश के सामने क्लाइमेट जस्टिस का सवाल उठाया है.
The Prime Minister asserted that India is focusing on the environment in a big way, just like any other area, for its growth. He said the government has emphasized green and clean energy in the last 9 years. Mr. Modi added that India in the 21st century is moving forward with a clear roadmap on climate change and environment protection. He also highlighted initiatives including Green Hydrogen Mission, focus on natural farming and green economy.
हमने एक तरफ गरीब से गरीब को जरूरी मदद दी, उसकी आवश्यकताओं को पूर्ण करने का भरसक प्रयास किया, तो दूसरी तरफ भविष्य की ऊर्जा जरूरतों को देखते हुए बड़े कदम भी उठाए। बीते 9 वर्षों के दौरान भारत ने ग्रीन और क्लीन एनर्जी पर अभूतपूर्व फोकस किया। इसी ग्लोबल पैंडेमिक के दौरान भारत ने मिशन ग्रीन हाइड्रोजन शुरू किया। इसी ग्लोबल पैंडेमिक के दौरान भारत ने मिट्टी और पानी को केमिकल फर्टिलाइजर से बचाने के लिए प्राकृतिक खेती, नेचुरल फार्मिंग की तरफ बड़े कदम उठाए।
Speaking on the occasion, Union Environment, Forest and Climate Change Minister Bhupender Yadav emphasized on adopting environment-friendly lifestyle to live on Earth. He informed that the government has launched the International Big Cat Alliance for conservation and protection of big cats like tiger, lion and cheetah, as well as conserving their biodiversity areas. He also said that India has banned single-use plastic items. Electric vehicles, EVs, today are playing a key role in driving green growth by reducing greenhouse gas emissions and air pollution. Our correspondent reports that electric vehicles are more efficient as they reduce dependence on conventional fuels and play an important role in decreasing carbon footprint.
With this in mind, the government of Gujarat is promoting the use of electric vehicles to combat these challenges by providing a host of incentives in its EV policy. The state government launched the Gujarat State Electric Vehicle Policy in 2021 with the aim of making Gujarat a manufacturing hub for electric vehicles and its related industries. From a mere 7,240 EVs before the launch of EV policy, the total number of registered EVs in Gujarat now stand at 1,18,086. Around 8,858 EVs are being registered every month since the last 5 months. Bharat Devmani, Akashvani News, Ahmedabad.
Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh held talks with his US counterpart Lloyd Austin in New Delhi today. The two leaders held wide-ranging talks focusing on various key aspects of India-US defense ties and the regional security scenario, including in the Indo-Pacific. In a tweet, Mr. Singh emphasized that the India-US partnership is critical for ensuring a free, open and rules-bound Indo-Pacific region. He said India is looking forward to closely work with the US across the domains for capacity building and further consolidating their strategic partnership. The US Defense Secretary arrived in New Delhi yesterday on a two-day tour that comes over 2 weeks ahead of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's state visit to Washington. Gangster-turned-politician Mukhtar Ansari has been convicted by a Varanasi court in Uttar Pradesh in connection with the 1991 Avdesh Rai murder case. The quantum of punishment will be announced this afternoon. A Congress leader and brother of former MLA Ajay Rai, Avdesh Rai was shot dead outside Ajay's house in Varanasi in August 1991. Ajay had lodged an FIR against Mukhtar Ansari, Bhim Singh and former MLA Abdul Kaleem. Railway Safety Commissioner Shailesh Kumar Pathak today reached Bahanagar station in Odisha and visited the signal and control room. Mr. Pathak said a probe is underway and the exact cause of the train accident will be known after the probe is over. Sources said the assistant station master of Bahanagar Bazar was quizzed for several hours. Railway Minister Ashwini Vaishnav earlier said the investigation will help find the root cause of the accident. He also asserted the train collision happened due to a change in electronic interlocking. Meanwhile, train services have resumed at Bahanagar train accident site. We have a report from our correspondent.
Barely 2 hours after the restoration of the downline, the upline was also restored. Restoring train services marks a significant step towards recovery after the tragic accident. Railway sources said long-distance trains including Howrah-Puri Vande Bharat Express passed through Bahanagar. Railways have started running passenger trains on the tracks which were affected due to the train accident. Union Railway Minister Ashwini Vaishnav congratulated all those who have worked to restore the services. For Akashvani, this is S.N. Patnaik from Cuttack.
The Ministry of Education today announced the National Institutional Ranking Framework NIRF Ranking for the year 2023. The Indian Institute of Technology IIT Madras has been declared the best educational institute under the overall category. Indian Institute of Science IISc Bangalore got second position and Indian Institute of Technology IIT Delhi was awarded third position in the same category. This is Akashvani giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. Welcome back to the Midday News. As the Narendra Modi government has completed 9 years in office, Akashvani News brings a series of special stories on the initiatives taken by the government. Today, we look at the giant strides taken by the startups in the defense sector. The country, which was the biggest defense importer for decades, is now exporting defense equipment to 75 countries. India's defense exports have increased 6 times in the last 5 years, crossing $1.5 billion last year. The winner of Asian Aerospace Media Awards in Singapore and the technology editor of Singapore-based Asian Defence Technology and Asian Airlines and Aerospace magazine, Atul Chandra, who works from Bangalore, speaks about the exponential growth of startups in the defence sector in India.
One of the crowning achievements of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's government in the defense sector these past 9 years has been the dramatic increase in defense exports. The value of Indian defense exports in FY 22-23 reached an all-time high of rupees 15,920 crore, an increase of 10 times as compared to defense exports worth rupees 1,521 crore in FY 16-17. Indian missions abroad are actively promoting our defense products, with our defense attaches playing a key role in helping Indian firms build defense partnerships abroad, and this has been especially helpful for Indian startups in the defense sector. This has helped startups like Karnataka-based drone manufacturer Cadet Defense Systems deliver an aerial target system to the Philippines, becoming the first Indian company to export a complete defense system from India to the Philippines. Another Karnataka-based defense firm, SSS Defense, has a partnership with CBC Defense of Brazil, which is the world's largest ammunition manufacturer. These are but a few examples of the successes of Indian defense firms abroad.
President Draupadi Murmu will hold delegation-level talks with her Suriname counterpart, Chandrika Persad Santokhi. She will also participate in events commemorating the 150th anniversary of the arrivals of Indians in Suriname. Thereafter, President Murmu will pay visit to sites of historical significance and also witness a cultural procession from the presidential palace. President Murmu reached Paramaribo, the capital of Suriname, late last night. She is visiting the country at the invitation of Suriname President Chandrika Persat Santokhi. On her arrival at the Johann Adolf Bengal International Airport, President Murmu was given guard of honor and met the Surinamese delegation. Our correspondent reports that the visit assumes historical significance as President Murmu will be the chief guest at the 150th anniversary celebrations of the arrivals of Indians in Suriname to be celebrated today.
Located at the northeastern coast of South America, Suriname is the smallest country of the South American continent. India-Suriname relations are warm and friendly and acquire special significance on account of a large Indian diaspora which, despite the passage of time, has preserved the customs and traditions it carried from India. President Draupadi Murmu's visit not only highlights India's growing stature on the global stage but also underscores the importance attached by the Indian government to its diaspora around the world. For Akashvani News, Himani Rana.
During her visit, President Murmu will also interact with the Indian diaspora in Suriname. Saudi Arabia has announced to cut oil production by 1 million barrels per day in July. The announcement came after a meeting of the Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries OPEC in Vienna. The extra cuts announced by Saudi Arabia are being done unilaterally. Saudi Energy Minister Prince Abdulaziz bin Salman said that the cut, which is announced for the month of July, could be extended. Saudi Arabia's Ministry of Energy said that it will now produce 9 million barrels of crude oil per day, which is 1.5 million barrels less than it was producing per day earlier this year. The move is considered to be an attempt to prop up oil prices in response to global economic uncertainty and concerns that international demand could drop. Russia has said that its forces thwarted a major Ukrainian offensive at 5 points along the front in the southern Ukrainian region of Donetsk. It claimed to have killed 250 troops and destroyed 16 tanks. Russia's defense ministry released a video of what it said showed several Ukrainian armored vehicles in a field blowing up after being hit. There has been no comment from Ukraine as it has called for a silence. Indian shooters Abhinav Shaw and Gautami Bhanot have given India its second gold at the ISSF World Cup Junior after winning the final of the 10-meter air rifle mixed team event at Suhl, Germany. The Indian team of Shaw and Bhanot registered a 17-7 win over the French pairing of Ocean Mueller and Romain Offrere in the gold medal match yesterday. The Indian pair had qualified second to the French pair but turned the tables on them in the final. India now has 2 gold medals, 1 silver and 1 bronze from the World Cup after 2 days of competition. India started its 2023 Asian Under-20 Athletics Championships campaign by winning 3 medals including 2 gold on the opening day at Yicheon, South Korea yesterday. Rizwana Malikhina and Bharatpreet Singh kicked off their campaigns by clinching gold medals in women's 400-meter race and men's discus throw respectively. Sprinting sensation Henna clocked 53.31 seconds to take the top position on the podium in women's 400-meter. In our bilingual live phone-in program Public Speak at 9:30 tonight, we will bring a discussion on importance of solar energy in daily life and its environmental benefits with Arun Tripathi, former Director General, National Institute of Solar Energy. Listeners can seek answers from the expert on solar power potential, uses in daily life, government schemes and other queries related to solar energy. Listeners can dial telephone numbers 011-2371-7106 and 011-2331-4444 from 9:30 p.m. onwards. You may also send your queries on WhatsApp number 9289909444. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. On World Environment Day, Prime Minister Narendra Modi says India is moving ahead with a clear roadmap for environment protection and climate change. Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh holds talks with his US counterpart Lloyd Austin in New Delhi. The two leaders discuss various key aspects of India-US defense ties and regional security scenario. Varanasi court convicts gangster-turned-politician Mukhtar Ansari in Abdesh Rai murder case. President Draupadi Murmu to hold talks with his Suriname counterpart Chandrika Persat Santokhi in capital Paramaribo today. Saudi Arabia to cut oil production by 1 million barrels per day in July this year. And Indian shooters Abhinav Shaw and Gautami Bhanot win gold medal in mixed team event at ISSF Junior World Cup in Germany. And with that, we end the Midday News.